faves, welcome back or welcome if you're new. My name is Mali and welcome to Bookmas. I am not gonna lie, at the time of filming this intro, I have really read the books that we're reading in this video. I am so excited for Bookmas this year. I did provide a little bit of a theme with this year's videos. This year is gonna be like trying to finish what I started in the year. In this vlog, we're gonna be reading some of my most anticipated 2025 releases that I haven't gotten to yet. At the start of every year, I sit down and I binge watch all the anticipated releases video that other booktubers create, and I just do a little general research on books that I'm excited for. Every year, I come away with a list of 20 to 25 books. This year, I've done a pretty good job of reading some of my most anticipated releases. However, I realized that there were still some on my list that I was really excited for when I first heard of them, but for some reason, I still hadn't picked them up. So here I am trying to rectify this. The very first book that we're reading in this vlog is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. When news for this book came out at the start of 2025, I was so excited. This was one of my biggest summer releases. I let the mixed reviews get to me a little bit. I don't know what it was, but like I heard people loving it and I heard people hating it. I heard people that were just like in the middle of these two opinions, but I decided that ultimately I just had to find out for myself. So I bought a copy in October and I finally read my most anticipated 2025 summer release. So I have reached page 113 of Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, and 13 pages ago I will have asked you, where the fuck are the vampires? But we just got a scene with a vampire turning moment, like a human turning into a vampire type of moment. I low-key expected that like on page 1. It's definitely sapphic, but up until now I had not seen not one vampire. So I'm really happy that we finally got a vampire. I forgot that this book is literally 588 pages, which is fucking crazy. I'm literally reading The Shards and it's the same length, and that's crazy to me that I'm reading two 588 page books at the same time. But Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil has been okay so far. I'm really liking the writing style. I'm liking the different POVs. This book follows 3 different girls across 3 different centuries. The first one is Maria in the 15,000s. The second one is this girl named Charlotte in 18,000s London. And then the third POV that we got is Alice, who's a young girl in the 21st century. It's just been going back and forth between Maria in the 15,000s and Alice in the 21st century. And I'm really enjoying it so far, but it's nothing that I'm really like in love with just yet. I'm definitely intrigued, and literally like I told you on page 100, I was like wondering where the fuck the vampires were. I was gonna come on here and tell you guys a crazy theory. My theory, and I'll bleep it out if I'm right, is that, and I gotta say that I'm definitely intrigued to know more about the 3 girls, especially Charlotte, which we haven't met just yet. And I'm really liking Maria as a character. I think Maria has been like everyone's favorite character, and I can definitely see why. She's a very strong-willed character, especially for the era that she's in. And her vampire transformation, chef's kiss. I think I will give you guys updates every 100 pages or so. I think that'll be really fun. So I'll try to give you guys like a total of 5 different updates, however quick they are, however long they are. I've just finished Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I had the full intention of coming on here and giving you guys updates every 100 pages or so, but what had happened was during the weekend, I read this in like a frenzy. Like whenever I started reading, I just couldn't stop. There's something about V.E. Schwab's writing and her storytelling skills that is so engrossing and captivating. I could not tear myself away from the page to come on here and talk, and I really enjoyed it. It's perfectly gothic, perfectly vampiric. There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of violence and death, but also sexy scenes between all of these vampires. I really loved it. I feel like V. Schwab has the vampire aesthetic down. Like I've read a couple vampire books this year, more so in the month of October, and this has been my favorite so far. The marketing for this book is spot on. It really is a toxic lesbian vampire story. Oh, it's so good. Like I don't want to give you guys spoilers, but like all of the 3 characters are interconnected. It was so smart of V. Schwab to link them together in the way that she did. I kind of peeped it in the first 100 pages or so, but I didn't get all of it right. Had a really fun time with this. I really liked V. Schwab's take on vampires. Like, they had the classic makings like bloodlust vampires and all that, but there was something new to the vampire lore that I at least haven't seen before, and it is that the vampires, while they are immortal, they're not gonna die, but they're not gonna be the same as they were. So like with the passage of time, these vampires lost something that made them human. So like their empathy, their ability to love. All the vampires will eventually become just an animalistic, bloodthirsty animal, and I thought that was very cool. I really like that aspect to the vampires in here. I'm really in shock that I read 533 pages in about 8 days. That's crazy to me, but like just goes to show how good V. Schwab's writing is. This happened to me also when I read Vicious by V. Schwab in this vlog. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4-star rating just because I really love this book and I loved how it felt like a character study. There's some plot, but it's definitely more about the vampires themselves, the characters in here, and their relationships with each other, and I just really like that. The second book that we're reading in this vlog is The Night and the Moth. This has been a recent addition to my 2025 anticipated releases because at the start of the year, I was not into this genre. I was not into fantasy. However, in the past couple of months, I have been really getting into fantasy and it's been so fun. And I am literally, guys, I'm literally loving this. If it continues the way it's going to be a 5-star. And that's crazy for me to say. I'm quite stingy with my 5 stars. I usually rate a book 5 stars maybe a week, 2 weeks after I finish a book because I keep thinking about it. Guys, the way I had to tear myself from this book in order to stop reading so that I can give you guys a halfway mark, because I have literally read 200 pages over the weekend and it was perfect. Freaking love Rachel Gilling. I love the way she does her fantasy book. In my opinion, Rachel Gilling does it the best. It's just so unique and it's just a perfect blend of all the things that I'm figuring out that I like about my fantasy book. It's medieval. There's a knight. There's a knight. Rory. Guys, he literally has me blushing, kicking my feet, screaming. So in this world, there exists 6 gods. Our main character, Sybil, is a diviner, and diviners are usually orphan children who are bought up by the church in order to dream for the church. Diviners are in charge of quite literally drowning every day in this disgusting swamp water, and their dreams consist of 6 symbols, basically, all related to the omens, the gods in this world, and those symbols usually tell a good fortune or a bad fortune. So our story starts off with this boy king coming to the church, having his fortune told by our main character, Six, or Sybil. I just don't know if to call her Six or to call her Sybil, because right now nobody knows her name, and diviners are not known by their names. They're known by numbers, and her name's like a big theme in this book, like a big theme of identity in this book. But Sybil, number 6, tells the fortune of this boy king. With the boy king comes a knight. His name is Rory, and from the get-go, he doesn't get along with Sybil or Six. He is very doesn't believe in the omens, doesn't believe in what they're doing. Basically, the story starts off with the diviners all disappearing one by one. Only number 6 is left behind, and she goes off in search of the boy king and the oh so awful knight. And that's where the story really kicks off. Honestly, from the very beginning, I've been very intrigued by this. And the fact that Six left the church is also very interesting because she's not supposed to leave the church before her 10 years of servitude are up. She's defying all that she believes in. She believes so vividly in the church and what she does as a diviner, but she has such a strong bond with the other diviners that she forgoes all the rules and all that she believes in. And as the story keeps unfolding, her beliefs keep getting flipped on their head. Guys, I'm literally so in love with this book. It's so good. I love the vivid scenes that come to me whenever I read a Rachel Gilling book. Like, this world is so animated. I'm having the time of my life, honestly. I'm loving this so much. I am dog-earing this like crazy because Rory and Sybil have such a cute, I just literally, guys, nothing has happened between Rory and Sybil, but their tension, their dynamic is so good. Like, they haven't even fucking kissed. I love this type of romance where it doesn't immediately happen. Like, I love the fact that they don't like each other from the beginning. They don't really get along because of their different beliefs. When they get together, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I keep saying this, but I feel like medieval fantasies make a lot of sense in a fantasy world because so many mechanics of that time just work well with fantasy elements. So Rory is a knight, and oh my god, he literally has me blushing. There is a scene, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but it just imprinted in my mind because Rory, it's like he wears eyeliner. Yeah, he wears eyeliner. And there's this one scene where Sybil is looking at Rory training. It's literally page 173 on my copy. Just the imagery of this is so good. Like, listen to this. There was blood on his bottom lip, some near his left brow as well. The charcoal around his eyes was smeared, staining his sweat black. I've never seen a knight so filthy, so physically degraded by his craft. He looked entirely ignoble. I don't know why I love that so much, but I really do. I just love a knight. Right now, Six has teamed up with Rory, and there's also a lady knight in here. Her name is Maud, which I really like. The second best thing about a knight is if they happen to be a lady. It's going really well so far. Really liking the Knight and the Moth. If this continues, it's going to be a 5-star, like, no doubt in my mind. I can't with this man. I can't deal with him. Sybil is so strong because I would have folded right there and then. I would have forgotten about the mission. Sybil confides in Rory that she's never let herself be completely swept away during sex. Especially, she's never let herself. Can I even say that on YouTube? I don't know. And she expects Rory to laugh at her and be like incredulous and be like, ha, you fucking loser, I can't believe you've never done it. You think there's something wrong with me? And Rory comes in with, I don't. I was wondering what it would be like watching you unravel. I can't with this man. The tension they have is so good. Errant Knight, Roderick Mendacious, I hope I'm saying that right. Prideful, disdainful, godless, believed in me. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. God, that's the best line in an entire book. I can't. She just said his name. She has not called him Rory in all the 238 pages that I've read of this book. She has called him Rory for the first time. This is better than a kiss. This is better than a kiss. They're talking about biting. Where will you bite me, knight? Wherever you told me to, diviner. If they fucking kiss in this fucking scene, I'm going to scream. This is literally better than a sex scene. He was a thief, stealing my breath, my reason. That's a crazy line. What the fuck? What the fuck? There was no kiss. But I swear to God, that was better. That was better than anything I could ever imagine. She dreamed of him. I dreamed of a knight with gold in his ears and charcoal around his eyes, who did all the ignoble things I asked of him. He just called her sweetheart. Why would he say that? We have a 5-star book in our hands right now. Rachel Gilling is so good at her craft. I have told you guys time and time again that I am literally obsessed with medieval fantasy. I'm obsessed with knights. I'm obsessed with castles. I just love it all. I went into this with pretty high expectations, seeing as I came from reading the Shepherd King duology, and I really liked that. This was even better than the Shepherd King duology, and the Shepherd King duology is a 4-star read for me already, like a 4.25. Like, it's already really high. I feel like Rachel Gilling has the perfect recipe for a fantasy read. Like, it checks off all the boxes for me because I love like a unique, complex, but still pretty easy to follow magic system. The world building was there, the atmosphere was there. Rachel Gilling has a very strong forte when it comes to creating characters. They're always so strong, memorable, unique, multi-layered. Like for example, our FMC is a very strong-willed character. She's not a damsel in distress. She fights her own battles. I absolutely love Sybil. And then there's also Rory, who's also quite unique as always, quite strong, but also he has values that he honors. It might be a little unorthodox, but they're values that he holds deeply within himself because of certain circumstances while he was growing up. I loved I loved Rory. Oh my god, I loved him so much. I absolutely loved the romance in here. It was just so perfect. Like it was a slow burn. I think they got together like page 300, the chapter when they finally got together. Oh my god. Oh my god. But the build up to that was just so good, guys, because it was a lot of tension leading up to that. Their banter was really good in here. Their back and forth was really good. There was also so many scenes where there were like literally like not seeing eye to eye, and so they would not really understand each other in some scenes. But literally all of these things just made it so that when they finally did get together, it was just so good. No notes. It was a perfect fantasy read for me, and I absolutely love Rachel Gilling, and I'm really happy that I got to this before the end of the year. It is absolutely insane to me though that I have to wait until September of 2026 to read the second book. You know what? The cliffhanger, not that it felt cheap, but like it just came out of nowhere, and I low-key just a little bit can't believe it coming from this certain character. I did feel a little blindsided at the end, but I am really excited to pick up the second book. Guys, that is the end of this video. I am really happy to get to some of my most anticipated releases with this vlog, and I'm really happy that I did enjoy both books as well. If you guys are staying to the very end, drop a sword emoji for the Nine of Moth. So yeah guys, this was very fun, and I'll see you guys very soon with another bookmas video.